Thursday. We're live here for a Thursday edition of the Fresh and Funky Sports Talk Chat Discussion, Rant, Rave, whatever. We're here to discuss sports in its entirety. Obviously, the big kahuna is coming up is the NFL playoffs here. So, we're going to try and dig into these matchups here. A little bit today, a lot more tomorrow. Obviously, we got two games on Saturday. We got a triple hitter on Sunday. Then we have one on Monday, which will be the Bucks and the Cowboys. And we're going to break it down as best way we know how, but we have to review what happened last night. Well, what happened last night in the NBA? Well, let's just say a lot of teams just weren't who they were. The Bulls just weren't the Bulls. Played the Wizards pretty tough. The T Wolves couldn't even beat the Pistons on a back-to-back night. The Pacers tried to come back. I mean, they were getting their butts kicked early, but then they tried to come back at the end. Celtics played really well. The Bucks and the Hawks was a pretty good game, despite that. And the Grizzlies, I thought the Grizzlies were going to blow out San Antonio worse than they did, and then San Antonio actually covered. The Rockets just got their shit pushed in by the Kings. Nuggets just shit on the Suns. That was, So, I mean, in college basketball, here, I had, had some L's, had some W's here. The note that I picked for the women's teams yesterday: Northern Iowa, the Lady Panthers plus 215, the Army Lady Knights plus 361, the the Bryant Lady Bulldogs plus 16 on the spread, and the Dayton Lady Flyers on the money line. All four of those women's teams won. Northern Iowa won by a point. Army won pretty good. Bryant, they lost by 13 instead of 16, so that covered. And Dayton outright won. So that right there would have been great if I would have actually put that down on the real life money. But nobody wants to have faith in the women, And I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to start putting my faith in the women here. Maybe if I just do something opposite of everybody else, maybe it will be the best thing for me. Like I said, and the other day I was watching the women's game, and it was actually pretty interesting, to say the least. It was interesting to see the ladies ball, Like, and I try to watch one today, but then again, so I'm gonna try to maybe catch one, because I like to see, the competitiveness. I mean, I feel as though the men and women. I feel like men and women, the competitiveness, it can't be matched. Obviously, men have more, the testosterone, but the ladies out there can ball too. Like some of these, like this one girl on George Washington, she had a really good kind of like just euro inside the step, and then and then Fordham, they tried to come back, and this one girl, she was a pretty big girl, but she could just bury it from outside. It was like, holy shit, Does anybody guarding her? Does anybody want to guard the lady over here? And of course the game gets a little sloppy here and there, but so does the men's. The men's games get sloppy too. So, I mean, but we did cash on our player parlay though. We want to let everybody know that we did cash. Zach LaVine to have over 28 points. Zach had 38. Jalen Brunson to have over 1.5 3-pointers. He had 3. CJ McCollum to have over 24 points, 24.5 points. He had 38. Desmond Main to have over 1.5 turnovers. He had 3. And your Rockets man there, your Rocket man there, All-Star Kevin Porter Jr. Shit the bag for us. We could have won $10 last night, but instead we had to win $250. We put insurance there. So that is what's in store here. Today, as far as sports, we got. Let's run it down here. We have college. We have The men's side, Minnesota Gophers and Ohio State Buckeyes, Georgia Southern, Appalachian State, Stetson, and Bellarmine. We got Drexel and Stony Brook, Michigan Wolverines and Iowa Hawkeyes. We have Central Arkansas and the Queens Royals College, uh, Coastal Carolina and Old Dominion. We have Youngstown State and Detroit Mercy University. We have Troy Trojans and Georgia State, Purdue Fort Wayne and Indiana UIPIU. It's a battle of Indiana there. Then we have Robert Morris, and they have Oakland, the Golden Grizzlies. We have Florida Gulf Coast, Eastern Kentucky, Longwood, North Carolina, Asheville, Northern Alabama, Liberty, Jacksonville, Kennesaw State, North Florida, Jacksonville State. We have Louisiana Lafayette, Louisiana Monroe. We have Nicholas State in Lamar, Western Illinois, Oral Roberts. We have Texas A&M Commerce and Houston Christian. We have St. Thomas versus Kansas City. And we have Northern Kentucky, Wisconsin Milwaukee, Wright State, Wisconsin Green Bay, James Madison, Southern Alabama, Linwood, and Southeast Missouri State, Texas State, and Arkansas State, North Dakota and Nebraska, Omaha, Morehead State, and Tennessee Tech. And we got Southern Illinois, University of Edwardsville versus Eastern Illinois. We have New Orleans versus Incarnate Word. We have Southeast Louisiana and Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders. Sam Houston State Bearcats and Southern Utah here. All right, that's going to be a good matchup there. Loyola Marymount and St. Mary's. Okay. We got Idaho State and Montana State. We have Southern Miss and Marshall. We have Weber State and Montana. Arizona State, Oregon. Colorado, USC. We have Texas Arlington and Grand Canyon. Arkansas, Little Rock, and Southern Indiana. We have University of Tennessee Martin versus Tennessee State. McNeese State versus Northwestern State, the Demons. We have North Dakota State, Denver. We have Stephen F. Austin versus Utah Tech. Lipscomb versus Austin Peay. Gonzaga versus BYU. Give me a good matchup there. Cal Poly, Long Beach. Northern Colorado, Sac State. New Mexico State, Seattle University. Pepperdine, Seattle Toros. We have Northern Arizona, Portland State. San Francisco Dons, Portland Pilots. Stanford, Washington, Arizona, Oregon State, Utah. Utah and UCLA will be a good matchup there. This is all on the men's side here. We don't have any of the ladies' games right now to report here, but we will update you on that once we get to the parlays here. We have NBA here tonight. We have Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Philadelphia 76ers, the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets, Charlotte Hornets, Toronto Raptors, Milwaukee Bucks, Miami Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers, Portland Trailblazers, and the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then we have hockey. We have the Seattle Kraken, Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs, Detroit Red Wings, Nashville Predators, Montreal Canadiens, Winnipeg Jets, Buffalo Sabres, Carolina Hurricanes, Columbus Blue Jackets, Dallas Stars, New York Rangers, Vancouver Canucks, Tampa Bay Lightning, Minnesota Wild, New York Islanders, Calgary Flames, St. Louis Blues, Colorado Avalanche, the Chicago Blackhawks, Ottawa Senators, Arizona Coyotes, and Florida Panthers, and the Vegas Golden Knights. So that is your rundown on the sports slate today. Now let's look at the NFL playoffs here. Let's look at these playoffs here. All right, we got Seattle and the Niners. Niners are still favored by 9.5. 42 is the over-under. Seattle's plus 360 on the money line as dogs. Then we have the Los Angeles Chargers. Minus 2.5 points on the spread here. We got 47.5. And we Jacksonville Jaguars plus 110 here. So then we have Buffalo Bills minus 13 here, 43.5. Then we have the Minnesota Vikings favored to win by 3 points here. And Giants in that game is 48 points is the over-under. Then we have the Bengals minus 9.5 here. Ravens over-under is 40.5 here. And Ravens are plus 370 here. And then Monday here we have the Cowboys are favored on the road here to win by 2.5 points here. Tampa Bay is plus 119 here. The over/under is 45.5 here. So interesting numbers to see so far here for the playoffs here. The NFL wild card this weekend here. Obviously, as you get closer with Seattle, Niners, and the Chargers and Jaguars on Saturday here, and then we got the triple hitter on Sunday, and then we had the Monday night game here. So yeah, we kind of went through it a little bit fast here today, but we're gonna get into it here. I think Seattle and the Niners here. I'm kind of curious to see what's the playoff record. Playoff record between Seahawks and Niners there. All right, so all-time series, Seattle leads it. Seattle and Niners have played 49 times. This will be the 50th meeting between the Niners and Seattle. Seattle leads the all-time series record 30. They have 30 wins in this series to 19. Postseason results here. Seattle is 1-0 here. Seattle beat them in the conference championship game here. 23-17 in 2014. So these teams have not seen each other in basically 9 years in the playoffs. So it's been a 9-year. It's been a 9-year. So definitely. What's the playoff record between the Chargers and I'm gonna assume here. I'm gonna assume these teams have never played each other here. The Jaguars' playoff record is 7-7 right now. The Chargers own a 9-4 series, so they've only played 13 times. The Chargers and the Jaguars, and the Chargers own the season, winning it 9-4 here, winning 2 out of their last 3 matchups here, which the Chargers own here. So interesting facts here. So I just kind of wanted to see that here to understand that the Chargers do own the actual all-time meeting record, but to know that Seattle owns the record over the Niners here. But I think that it's these are two different teams here. We're talking about the Niners right now that have the best defense, hands down. I mean, we could sit here and debate who has the best defense in the NFL right now, but I would say the Niners, hands down, has the best defense, hands down. Just and I don't know. I mean, Seattle be able to stop the Niners or be? And, to me, they're gonna be able to slow the Niners down enough to where they could win the game. Because if not, it's going to be ugly and it's going to be wet. It's going to be rainy. It's not going to be, it's playoff football. It's like all this as guys, when we wanted to play as kids, playing around with our buddies and our friends at the field and in the grass, tackle football, two-hand touch, whatever it was, and just keep playing out there in the elements was just so much fun to do. And then obviously those of us played Pee Wee League or obviously played in high school. Some people probably play professionally. I never played professional or college or high school, any of that type of. It was just mainly just playing with friends and because yeah, I would have got my ass broke off on the football field. I'd be the first. I would have been the first player dead ever on a football field. It would have been high school or college or whatever. First ever. But we're gonna take a cheers here. So, if anybody has any questions, or that you want to talk about any games that are going on today, anybody want to know about anything about the matchup here, so we could talk some sports here. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, I can sit here and talk all day. I mean, it's no biggie. I mean, I just appreciate the follow, the love, the likes. You know, it's all appreciated here because I'm like I said, I'm not no fucking. I ain't Skip Bayless. I ain't Colin Cowherd. I ain't Stephen A. Smith. I ain't all these other dudes that and they're on syndicated radio. I'm not Pat McAfee. I ain't got my own fucking podcast. But I try to be different. I try to come with try to come with the vibes. Yeah, I do smoke. I do get passionate. And I do get it's as Drake would say in his songs, in my feelings. Sometimes. But I feel we all get in our feelings sometimes. But you have to reel yourself in and realize that hey, I was a little bit out of bounds, out of pocket. I need to apologize for being that way, and I try to. But if I'm not in the wrong, I will not apologize. You could take that, you could write that shit and take it to the bank. You write that check and take it to the bank. That's what the old saying. My great grandma, God rest her soul. So people don't believe there's a God. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not here to be your life counselor. I'm just here to talk some sports. Try to have a good conversation with other people that want to have that conversation that don't get to have the conversations and some sports chats and things of that nature. Try to make this a little bit interactive. A lot of times we try to put a poll in the chat here. So yeah, we'll put a poll tomorrow. We're gonna put the poll question up tomorrow. Tomorrow's poll question is gonna be, what playoff game are you excited about the most? And I think for me, I have to say the Jaguars and Chargers is definitely a game that I'm happy for. It's gonna be Saturday night. Saturday night gets set off right with the Jaguars at home taking on the Chargers here. I mean, people say, well, aren't you excited for your team to make the playoffs? Yeah, I'm excited. And it's just we're going to be playing a good team in the Giants, and I think it's going to be a hell of a game like it was in the regular season. And it might come down to a field goal once again. I mean, hopefully it comes down to a close game. Hopefully it's not a blowout on either side. Either the Vikings blow them out or the Giants blow us out. I just, hope that we get those playoff atmospheric games, where, I don't like seeing blowout playoff games, but they happen. I mean, look at the national championship game in college football. TCU didn't want to get blown out, but they did. But they did. So, I don't, you know, the only teams that I might consider consider getting blown out, I would say probably Dolphins or maybe the Ravens. One of those two teams is going to get blown out. Obviously, because Tua's not quarterbacking. Obviously, they got Skyler in. He's probably not going to be scared. But they just didn't look good offensively. I'm just saying this right now. Miami just did not look good offensively. I know they got Tyreek Hill, Mike Gesicki, they got Jalen Waddle. They got Mostert, but and they got a defense. But unless the defense is going to score points on the board, it's going to be tough in Buffalo. It's going to be cold. The weather's going to be nasty up there in Buffalo. They're motivated to win now here for DeMar, Hamlin, and obviously to prove that they're the new beast of the East. They want to be known. Hey, it's not just the Kansas City Chiefs and the Bengals division here. We're gonna make some noise here as far as Buffalo. So I think and then the Ravens obviously if Lamar Jackson doesn't go, I don't know what's going on there. Obviously, situations. Coaches are getting fired here and there now. Obviously, they might be seeing these coaches in new places. Maybe I don't know. Might be seeing new coaches, new faces in new places here. So definitely have to keep an eye on that here. But playoff football is definitely something we've all waited for here. It sucks that the NFL season is over now. Now we're down to the last games, and then the Super Bowl. Then we got to wait a whole another 9 months or whatever, 6, 7, 8 months or whatever till football comes back, and we're back to being loving football again and having enjoyment. But we still have basketball, NBA, and college here, which is really it's become an exciting season. I think it's getting overshadowed because obviously the NFL is the big money maker, and a lot more people love to watch football than the NBA and college sports, obviously, and obviously hockey or baseball. Baseball here pretty soon. Baseball will be getting into spring training, I think, as of late next month, I want to say. And then you got March. And then obviously we got the drafts coming up here, the NFL draft in April. We got the Pro Bowl before the Super Bowl in February. So we've got still sports to talk about and be happy about. NBA. It's pretty interesting to see some of these teams that a lot of people didn't think that certain teams were going to be as good, and they thought some teams were supposed to be better than they are kind of struggling. Finding it hard to So, it's going to be interesting to see, the second half of the NBA year as we come, you know, as basically, I believe February's All-Star weekend as well. February 16th or something, 30, 14th, somewhere like that, I think. I don't know. But yeah, NBA right now we got some pretty good games. We got some pretty good Cinderella stories. We got some teams that are, you know, overachieving right now. We got some teams that are very much underachieving, and we're gonna see how that works itself out in the NBA season here. Because I feel like it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see if some of these teams, and obviously some teams got some guys hurt, need to get some injuries, need to work some things out. Obviously, some teams are just willing and dealing.
What up?
You got the Ms. Biz in there.
Hey, they gave us buy one get one free,
Oh yeah,
so we got 2 of each of our shit.
nice. Buy one get one free.
Go
Now,
Cowboys!
now let's talk about the NBA. How it's kind of like interesting this season. And then
Last night was very interesting, to say the least.
like I said,
Fucking T-Wolves sell the bag.
T-Wolves, but I don't know. T-Wolves just, even though they got Rudy Gobert, everybody thought, well, they're gonna get Rudy Gobert, they're gonna be a much better team.
No.
They haven't been a much better team at all.
To be honest, the team that I'm actually shocked that doesn't really have anybody is fucking Utah, bro.
Well, Utah, they have a bunch of players that they play well together as a team. So they play whether it's off the bench, on the bench. I think they're a good team.
But they don't really have any big name like really.
Yeah, but
You know?
sometimes that's all you need is just you need certain guys to play as a team, and everybody starting five, and you.
I mean, the Nuggets are fucking.
Nuggets are looking scary. I would say they're probably a dark horse scary team that I would not want to
Well, Jamal
see
Murray fucking healthy, bro. And
see
Jokic
coming.
having a good year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, Joker, playing well.
Better watch out, bro.
Yeah, Warriors. Well, Warriors should be all right. I mean, they just got to get their shit together. Suns got to get their shit together. I mean, I mean, and I like I like the Pelicans are really good. The Grizzlies are really good. So I mean, you got those two teams right there too. You know, you know, I'd say probably like you got Memphis. You have Memphis, the Pelicans, the Nuggets, and the Jazz. If you take those four teams could be dangerous when it's going to come to the playoff times. Obviously, everyone wants the Suns and they want the Warriors. Obviously, I mean, does the Lakers start have a turnaround? The Clippers aren't too bad. I mean, what's going to happen? What is really going to happen? So, all right, let's look at the games here, and we're gonna dissect them here. We'll take the NBA first here. Get the Thunder Buddies against the 76ers. You know me, I I gotta ride the Thunder Buddies. They've been my team ever since 2 years in a row. I won money in Vegas with them. I mean, sometimes they might not outright win, but I think they could cover the 8.5 tonight here against the 76ers. Or I don't hate the 232. The over 232 here. We got the Celtics and we got the Nets here. Give me the Celtics here. Oh shoot! Now we got Thunder. We got Thunder plus the 10 now. Thunder's plus the 10 now here. All right. Well, Thunder. You take Thunder plus 8.5. That's plus 109 right now. I don't know. I mean that's scary right there. I don't know. I'll take the plus 10 with the Thunder here. Right. I don't know. Maybe Shy's not playing, or maybe Josh Giddey. Maybe both of them are not playing. But I like Boston here. I'm not, minus 2 to win by 2 points here. I feel like, the Nets here. The Nets are going to fall because Kevin Durant's hurt, and that's just. Um, then in this next game, we got the Raptors and we got the Hornets here. Um, give me the over 231 here in this Hornets Raptors game. I don't know. I like to think there's some points to be had in this game here between the Hornets and the Raptors here. Both teams. I feel like both teams aren't, where they need to be at right now. I think both teams are trying to cling on, trying to get in, building on some momentum and stability. So I think definitely points here tonight suits me here. We have the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat here. Um, we have 211 here. I like the over 211 in this game as well. I don't know. I feel like Milwaukee, this is going to be a back to back here. We got, the Miami Heat here. They have some injuries here. I mean, I don't know. Do they Are they gonna sit Giannis here? Obviously, they sit Giannis. They'd be probably, but like the over 211 here in that play. And we got the Cavaliers versus the Trailblazers. Um, Give me the Cavs here, money line here. I think the Cavs have a good enough chance to beat the Blazers here. But the Blazers do play tough at home, so I wouldn't surprise me if the Blazers, happen to get out to an early lead. And then last but not least, we have the Mavericks and the Lakers here. Um, I'm assuming LeBron's playing here tonight. Here, I'm assuming. I'm gonna have some get back here. I'm gonna have to take the Lakers on the money line here. So, all right. So this is our plays for the NBA day here. Taking the NBA plays here for the day here. Hold on. Where is our? There's that here. There's our NBA plays parlay here. For 112.23 here. All right, so we have the Thunder plus 10 on the spread here, minus 110 here. And we have the Celtics here, minus the 1.5 on the spread here, minus 110 here. Then we have the over. We have the over 231, 231 in the Hornets. Hornets and Raptors here. I mean, like I said, I feel like there's some points here to be had in that game. I mean, maybe it goes under. Who knows? And I feel like there's an over here for this. Have this over 211, 211 and a half here in this Bucks in this Heat game here. Minus 110 here. Then we have the Cavs money line here. Now minus 149 here. And then we're taking Lakers money line over the Mavericks here. And that's plus 128 here. So if we were to put our dollar bet in here today, just NBA alone itself here, we would make $49.61. All right, not too bad. Not too bad here. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right. Let's go to the college ranks here. All right. All right. All right. So let's stick to picking our games here. We're gonna look at, obviously we gotta look at, obviously when we're dealing with college here. All right, we got the ladies' lines in as well here. Let's start with the ladies first here. Mm. All right. All right. Let's look at the women's matchups here. All right, we got NC State and we got Florida State here. I mean, as far as the ladies goes here. I mean, the underdogs are Florida State here. I mean, they're 15-3 at home though. So I mean, give me the Lady Seminoles here. Well, that'd be the first pick here. Let me take here. Houston Christian here. Let's take the Houston Christian girls as well on the money line. Hartford and Princeton here. Last time we took the under here. Or we took the over 115 and it did not. I mean, they got 106 here, so I don't know. Maybe they play better here tonight. So we'll take the over here in this Hartford and Princeton here. I mean, they're 0-17 here. I mean, I don't know why they don't let. All right. All right. My big upset here. I think I'm going to take this Tennessee State Tiger girls here to beat the Tennessee Martin girls here. That's 4 here. Incarnate Word, they're actually favored. And we'll take them. They have not won a game, and we can actually bet on them, and they're actually a favorite. Wow, that's pretty interesting there. There's 4 here. Do we like any other of these games here? Indiana here. Maryland girls, they've only lost 3 games here. Do we dare take the Maryland, the Lady Terrapins here? Let's do it here. We'll All right, so hey, how we doing, Kent Mason? How we doing, Mr. Mason? How we doing today? Just going through the right now. I'm looking at the ladies' action right now. Looking at the ladies' action here. Just picking some games that I kind of like here. As far as the ladies' action, I don't know if you follow ladies' college basketball or men's college basketball or what sports you enjoy. But you just let me know. If you want to talk about a game, you got something. This is a very interactive. A chat here. We try to be interactive as much as possible. I understand this is not, your normal sports talk radio or sports, but we try our best over here. Just a normal man trying to do, doing all these professional job, But I'm doing good as well, Good to hear that, man. Glad to hear it. Glad you come in here. And hopefully, you enjoy what I'm talking about, or you want to come in here and, even if we don't, we can agree to disagree, man. And I love enjoy a conversation, especially with sports. I definitely like to have a conversation with other people, see other people's takes, and what how other people feel as far as that goes down here. All right. All right. I think we take those six. I think tonight we're gonna do something we haven't done in a long time. We're gonna do a ladies. We're gonna do a ladies picks parlay here. From 112. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. So anybody superstitious? Are you superstitious at all, Kent Mason? Do you have any superstitions? And Lady Seminole on money line here, plus 107 here tonight. Okay. And we're taking the Lady Huskies here. Houston Christian here. Taking them on the money line here. That's 101 here. I think it's a good take here. I mean, obviously the Florida State girls they're playing a tough matchup here. Obviously, the Florida State girls are playing NC State. They're ranked number 11, and they are 13-3. So I just feel like the Florida State girls are 15-3. So I mean, hey, they can't be halfway bad. Basketball team. And like I said, I'm trying to get to watch a little more of the women's game as soon as watching the men's. I mean, I know enough about. I love watching the men's game, but I definitely want to watch the women's game to get that feel because I feel like there's not a lot of love for the women's game, and it's not just men. Women out there ain't supporting women either. So I mean, shame on that. I wish it would be better. And I understand the women don't dunk or whatever. I mean, but still, the women can ball out there. I mean, I've seen the other day I watched Fordham and George Washington, and it was a pretty decent game. I mean, even though those aren't even the biggest universities you could watch, but it's still amazing to watch basketball, at least in my eyes here. So, so yeah, I'm just kind of writing it down right now, and I'll let you know exactly who I'm taking here. And if you want to know why I'm taking it here, I love to explain everything too. It's all right on the money line here, minus 416 here. All right. Oop. And if we risk a dollar here, we'd cash out here at $65.71 here. That wouldn't be bad. Now, our Lady Parlay picks parlays this. We picked the Lady Florida State Seminoles money line plus 107. We picked the Lady Huskies Houston Christian money line plus 101. We took the over 111 and a half in the Lady Hawks of Hartford. They have not won a game. They're 0-17. They're playing the Lady Tigers of Princeton, who are 9-5. So I figure maybe there'll be an over here. And we're taking the Lady Tigers of Tennessee State. They're playing Tennessee Martin. They're both about the same record. I figured, Tennessee State's at home plus 575. That's a big whopper right there. That's trying to big in the big whopper right there. And then we took Ladies Cardinals Incarnate Word here, money line minus 416. So,
Lisa Marie Presley reportedly suffers cardiac arrest.
oh yeah, and then Michael that's Elvis Presley's daughter. Mm,
What's up with all the cardiac arrests, bro?
I don't
And
know.
there's like they were saying like, oh, people are blaming the vaccination. It's not true, and blah blah
Well,
blah.
of course they're not. They're not going to blame that. Some people want to live in denial the whole life. Exactly. Even if people found out it was that, still can't sue. You signed a waiver. So good luck with that. All right, now we got the men's pick parlay here. All right. All right, let's look at see. I got my little trusty dusty little college app over here. And it shows it shows me the scores, kind of tells me, little statistics as well here. So we got Stetson here. Okay, I like Stetson here today. We'll take Stetson. First one will be Stetson. Aliquad, can I kiss you? It's kind of a sports show. This is not really a dating show, but I mean, if you think I got a kissable face, then I'll take it as a compliment. So, how are you doing today, sir? How are you? What type of sports do you like, or are you just like telling people you want to kiss them all the time? I know maybe I do got a kissable face. I don't know. Maybe it's the dimples. Maybe it's just I look weird. Maybe it's just because I move around a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I'm only attracted to women. I mean, men. I'm like, we're like the bro circle. Bromance. No physical attraction. No, I don't. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just a troll. I don't know. But we're doing picks, parlays, in college basketball right now. I'm taking Stetson Hatters. You could try to be bisexual. Well, I mean, that's kind of like my sexual preference, and my sexual preference isn't bisexual or whatever. My preference is to be heterosexual, and what that has anything to do and want me wanting to try to be, has nothing to do with anything. But I appreciate you here, though. I appreciate you here and having conversation because, like I said, this is not just all a sports show. Sometimes I rant and rave about other crazy crap. But this ain't about my sexuality. We're talking about college basketball at this point. You can't tell if you even try. Well, sir or ma'am or however you would even ever identify as, I'm not trying anything. If I wanted to try something, I will try it. If not, then let's just let it be. Let it be. Okay? Can we just let it be? What it be? Or is it just we want to sit here and troll about sexual orientation? Can we talk about sports? What's your sports team? Do you like any sports teams? Are you a sports fan? Do you hate sports? You just like coming into streamers chats and ask them about their sexuality and asking if I should try being. I mean, that'd be like me telling you to do something and try something that you're not comfortable with. You know, you're a fan of Barcelona. Okay, so you like soccer. So you like soccer. Do you call it soccer or do you call it football? Because I like to call it football. Oh, I understand. I know what Barcelona, FC Barcelona. I know Barcelona, and yeah, I'm not clueless to soccer and soccer clubs. I mean, I don't cover it a lot, but I mostly cover American sports mostly. Basketball, NFL, baseball, hockey on occasions. I mean, I cover the World Cup, so that was pretty awesome. So I don't know what your take was if you enjoyed Argentina and France in the World Cup, but I don't have too much, experience for that. So But I appreciate you at least talking sports with me now instead of So may I proceed now to making some picks here, or do I have to comment more about my sexual orientation? Oh, hey, you made my day today. I'll say that. Awkward. All right, but we're taking Stetson, the Hatters over the Bellarmine Knights over here. Let's have a date. Well, we're not. This is not. Let's make a date, sir. We're not going to date here. And if you're a man, I preferably will decline your date, sir. Just because like I said, I'm not attracted to men, and I can't. I'm just as kind of confused and wondering what's going on as you are here. I'm kind of befuddled, bewildered here, but we'll fuck around and entertain shit because people need content, right? People need to hear things. You're a trans man? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, fine. You're a trans man, but I am not, uh, how can I say, I'm not attracted to trans people. I'd be your friend. We could be friends. Okay. But I would never want to try to date you in any type of, I hope that's not harmful or hateful, but I want to be honest with you. Is if you try to be serious, I'm trying to treat this. I respect you as you are, but we could we could not date, but we could be friends. Okay, we could be friends. We could be friends. That's no problem. I have no problems. When I'm telling you this, I'm not changing to see that how crazy things go or whatever. But I'm gonna get on to talking about sports right now. We're over here. We're over here trying to. It's just like fucking Chuck Woolery's coming over here. Am I getting punked over here? Where's Austin Kutcher at? Where's that motherfucker at? I knew he's trying to punk me. Somebody's setting me up here. All right, needless to say, Stetson Hatters money line here. We'll take that as our first pick here. Well, in life, well, I don't want to get off into a whole life topic, but life is a lot of things, bro. Life is good, bad, karma. We're gonna suffer. We're gonna have gains. We're gonna have pain. We're gonna go through a lot of things. But one thing, you have to have a strong foundation on what you like, what you want to do, where you want to go. And I feel a lot of people aren't that way. I feel like a lot of people have been manipulated into a certain way of life or other things and on certain natures and stuff of that, because I feel like people haven't stood up for what they chose for, and I feel like people will bend in life, and people will have to adapt to survive. That is for sure. But anyhow, taking Stetson Hatters on the money line here, plus 110. All right. Then we have Michigan versus Iowa here. Michigan basketball here. I mean, do we like that? I don't know. And the Youngstown Penguins here. Indiana IPU here.
Jalen Brown and Al Horse.
Yep, Al Horford's.
So
Yep.
when do we want to make our thing?
I'll make it here soon. I'm just trying to make my little parlay picks here.
Okay, because Mommy's on camera. So.
Yeah, I know. So Indiana PIU plus. I think I might take these guys here. I might take these guys plus the 15 here. I don't know. Maybe these Indiana PIU guys cover the 15 here tonight here. Probably the second bet here, or the second pick. I should say IU PIU. Kind of weird. For the Jaguars. Jaguars here. Plus 15.5 on the spread. This is bad. All right. Oh, we got that matchup there. Jacksonville. Let's see here. All right. All right. I think we're gonna take Kansas City Ruse is our third pick here. Kansas City. Their college mascot is the Ruse, a kangaroo. We're taking them on the minus to win by 1.5, so they got to win by 2 points, which is, not hard to do. So, and and Roberts, yeah. Lindenwood here. Mm. Incarnate word here. Yeah, we'll tag team it up here. We'll take the incarnate word here. Money line for the men here is plus 133. Yeah, plus 133. Whoop. All right, and take Southern Utah here in there. Southern Utah, the Thunderbirds here. Thunderbirds on the money line here. Minus 109. And hmm. Um, hmm. Let's take Cal Poly here. Let's take Cal Poly on the Cal Poly here. Mustangs here. The money line here. Plus 377 here. And yeah, we'll take the Dons here. That'll be the last pick here. San Francisco. The Dons here. The Dons on the -2. 2 on the spread here. Minus 110 here. All right. We wagered ourselves $1 there. We cash out here. And we cash out at $310.39 here. All right, we're gonna read our parlay. All right. All right. First we'll start off with men's parlay here. We take Stetson Hatters money line plus 110. We took the Indiana PIU Jaguars plus the 15.5 on the spread. We took the Kansas City Roos to win by a 1.5. We took the Incarnate Word Cardinals male team money line plus 133. We took Southern Utah, the Thunderbirds money line minus 109. Cal Poly Mustangs money line plus 377, and San Francisco Dons minus the 2 on the spread. And the ladies, we took the Lady Florida State Seminoles here money line. We took the Lady Huskies of Houston Christian money line plus 101. We took the over 111.5 and the Hartford Lady Hawks and the Princeton Lady Tigers. And we had the Lady Tigers of Tennessee State on the money line plus 577, and the Lady Incarnate Word Cardinals on the money line minus 416. NBA here, we took Thunder plus the 10, Celtics to win by a 1.5 on the spread, the over 231 in the Hornets and Raptors, the over 211.5 in the Bucks and Heat, Cavaliers money line, and the Lakers money line. So that is today's plays. What I'm looking at here, if you're looking at the games here, I didn't go through all the games, but I did go through all the games, but I just took certain games that I thought were interesting in my eyes, and I felt like I was comfortable in taking those teams and picking those teams. So this is why I picked them and put them in a parlay together here. And if I was to actually make this an actual official bet, it's not an actual official bet. It's just me writing it down and keeping track to see how well I do as far as was I right or was I wrong? Not as far as like the parlays. If one loses, it basically it's done. So I just look at did I make that good play or did I make that wrong play? So I appreciate everybody that was here today that came by to watch this sports show. We're going to get off now here, and I have to go handle some stuff here pretty soon. But we'll be back here tonight for Throw It Down Thursday in the mix. So if anybody wants to come back, if Mr. Al, whatever, you want to come back, if you're still awake, I know you're probably over somewhere overseas. Yeah, I'll be playing some music. So if you want to see me dance around, you really want to see me shake my moneymaker, you know, you fall in love with me, my new my new my new stalker here. You know, you guys just make sure to say hi to my new stalker here. So I'll be sure to say hi. Sure to say hi. And you know, I'm not hating on you. I'm not making fun of you or not doing anything. I'm just saying you're my new fan. So okay, we'll treat you such. So we appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the love, and hopefully everybody will have a great Thursday into Friday. Please take it easy. Take care. Be better, not bitter. And I'm out.